So first 20 seconds, all you got to do is twist. So we're just going to start to bring a little movement into the spine and then just kind of tune in and pay attention. How is your body feeling this morning? How is your energy level this morning? Did you get enough sleep? Are you eating good and nourishing food? All right, now just keeping your arms down at your sides, take it right into some side bends, like you're reaching towards the side of your knee, and try to keep your shoulders slightly back so that there's not a lot of rounding forward of your posture. One more each side, and then we're going to come into just a little bit of a seated position and then move right into a little cat and cow. So arch the back and round the back so we get our spine working in all three directions. And time, nicely done. Okay, come back up to a standing position, and we're just going to take it into some nice big hip circles. Keep your feet, rather than that hula hoop where we step 1 foot forward, just keep that nice wide stance and then circle your hips. Just go in one direction and then we'll reverse in a few minutes, or a few seconds. Okay, take those circles, go the other way. Nice, one more circle around in this direction, and then we're gonna take it and pick the knee up and just circle it out. So we're crossing the midline of the body slightly, swing it out nice and wide. Notice where your balance is at here, and then just notice your hips. Hi, Linda, good morning, Linda.
Hello.
Good morning. Grab 2 sets of weights, heavy and light.
Okay.
All right. All right, end time. Okay, last warm up minute. It's going to be finger flicks, and we're going to take it into a light squat. So I'm just move close to the screen just so you can see. So you're going to take your fingers inside of your thumbs, and you're going to flick. You're going to get a good rhythm going with those fingers. Keep that going, and then just take some bends of the knees and then stand right back up. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're going to get a little bit of a fatigue in your hands. So find a steady rhythm. And it doesn't have to be a big, huge squat. What we just want to do is get those big muscles in the legs warming up, knee joints warming up, ankle joints warming up, and getting a lot of heat in the hands. And you might even start to feel it up into the forearms a little bit. And then I sometimes like to bring my flicking fingers up towards my ears. So I kind of start to notice, you might notice one hand is a little stronger than the other. So you might hear one have a little bit more of a strong sound, a stronger rhythm. Woo, 10 seconds left if your forearms aren't burning. And time. All right, we're going to come down onto our back. We're going to start with our Pilates work and then move on from there. So come onto your back, have your weights kind of nearby, but we don't need them for the first couple of rounds. So come down onto your back, start with your knees bent, arms down at your sides, curl up the head, neck, and chest. Keep that position. Start to pump your arms. Inhale for a count of 5. Exhale for a count of 5. Try to focus on pulling the abdominal muscles down towards your spine to keep that curled up position. Nicely done. Okay, now see how it feels to pick up the knees into tabletop. Keep those arms pumping. Keep that curled up position. Yes, nice work, you guys. Last 20 seconds. If you want that little bit of challenge, stretch your legs out nice and long. Keep those arms pumping. Keep that curled up position. Inhale for a count of 5. Exhale for a count of 5. 10 seconds left. You got this. And time, nicely done. Okay, lay your head down, stretch your arms up and overhead, take a nice big breath, and then we're gonna move right into single leg stretch. So right knee pulls in, left leg extends long, and then we switch. We're going to keep that curled up position. So abdominal muscles pulling down, curled up through the head, neck, and chest. And then if you want to find that extra bit of work, as you pull in, you push your shin into your hands. So you find that nice little bit of resistance and get that extra bit of work in the arms and in your core. Nice, Judy, beautiful. Yes, Liz, awesome job. Ten seconds left, you got this. And time, nicely done. Okay, lower your head, neck, and chest. Take a second, take a breath. We're gonna keep that bent knee position and move right into some corkscrews. So knees are gonna drop over to the right, circle around and down, over to the left, bring it back to the midline. Over to the left, circle around and down, back to center. We wanna find that work coming through the side of our abdomen. So your oblique muscles are doing the work here. You tip the knees over to the side just to the point that you feel those oblique muscles kick on, and then you circle it around. Yes, nice job, you guys. Now, if you want to add a little bit more challenge, extend your legs up towards the ceiling. So with that longer leg, take it out to the side, circle around, over the other way. If you feel like you have more control with the bent knees, keep the knees bent. If you love all of this and you want just that extra little bit, you're going to take it up the side, roll up, roll back down, circle around, up and over the other side. If that's no good for your spine, leave that roll up off and just stay with that corkscrew maneuver with your back on the ground. And time. Nice job. Okay, set your feet down. We're going to take it right into a hip bridge. So we're going to lift the hips up, keep the hips lifted, and take it into a march. So you're just going to pick up one knee and then the other. Think about pressing your arms into the earth. Keep your butt up in the air. Ten more seconds with this march. All right, now we're going to kick that right leg up towards the sky. Keep it nice and long. Reach the toe down to the end of your mat. Kick it right back up to the sky. We're keeping the butt lifted off the ground and just reaching through the right leg. 5 more seconds on this leg. All right, bend that leg, set it down, switch over to the other side. Left leg extends up, reach through the toe, keep your butt up off the ground. You got it. Yes, nice work. And time. Awesome job. Okay, set that leg down. We're going to roll over onto our side. We're taking it into some clams. So you're going to support yourself, elbow and forearm. Knees are going to be bent. You might choose to just stick with a clam, especially if your knees are a little bit tender. If you want that extra bit of work, you're going to take it to a clam and then a clam lift. You push off that bottom leg, lift your hip. So alternate between the two, clam and clam lift. And as you do that clam lift, think about pulling your ribs up away from the ground. Nice. And then if you don't like the clam lift, but you want a little extra work, load up that outer leg, leave the lift off, just stick with your clams, but add that little extra bit of resistance. Nice work, you guys. 20 seconds left. And time. Nice job. Okay, we're going to stay on this side, but now we're going to come up into a little bit of a kneeling situation. So come onto one knee. If you need to cushion your knee, take a second to do it. Hand is going to come down on the ground. Upper hand is going to come behind the head. We're going to push head into hand, hand into head. So we find that bit of resistance. First 30 seconds, we're just lifting and lowering the leg. So just pick it up straight to hip height, lower the toe back down to the ground. But what we're looking for here is that sense of control. So stability in the center, strength in the shoulders and the upper body, head in the hand, and then we want to just think about maintaining that nice, good connection of the back of the body. Nice work. Now, keep that leg lifted, and we're going to kick it forward and back. So it doesn't have to be super high, but we still want to maintain that control. So the upper body, the belly, the ribs, the shoulder, all staying nice and stable as you kick that foot forward and back. Yes, nice. 10 seconds left. And time. Woo, bring that leg down. We're flipping over to the other side to take it back to those clams on the other side. So I'm going to spin myself around so I'm facing the camera, but you flip your way around in a way that works good for you. Elbow and forearm down, knees are stacked, and then away we go. Lifting up to that clam, and then alternating with that clam lift if that feels appropriate to you. Ten seconds to go. You got this. And time. Awesome job. Stick with that side. But now we're going to come up into that kneeling position. So knee down under the hip, other leg extended out, hand on the ground, top hand behind the head. And we start with that leg lift. So we want to find that stability in our torso, the upper body, the shoulder, and that little connection to the muscles in the back of the body as you push your head into your hands. Nice. Beautiful, Linda. Nice job. All right, now keep that leg lifted and we're kicking it forward and back. It doesn't have to be high, but we want it to feel controlled. And time. Awesome job. Okay, flip it over into a tabletop position. Take a second to just kind of shake your butt out. That is a lot of work in those side glutes. And then once you feel like you're there, for 30 seconds here is going to be scapular push-ups. So we're going to keep this tabletop position. Think about dropping the chest and squeezing the shoulder blades. Push the floor away, broaden your shoulders. So it looks small and subtle, but those are small and subtle muscles. So we want to find that work there. Drop the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, push the floor away, broaden your shoulders. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. So you're finding most of the movement coming out of the shoulders, upper body. Gaze is down at the floor in between your thumbs. 5 more seconds here. Now you might choose to stay with this work. This might be the most beneficial, but if you like it and you want to go a little bit further, now you're going to circle the shoulders. So you're going to take it into more of a circular movement, rolling through the shoulders, like you're doing that rolling the shoulders, but with your hands on the ground. And then if you like that little bit of symmetry, reverse directions, go the other way. And time. Awesome job. Okay, come back just a second, give your wrists a little shake. We're going to take it into a hovering tabletop position like mountain climbers. Now, if you love mountain climbers and you just want to go full tilt, do your mountain climbers. But for the rest of us that want to take a little bit more control of our work, lift your knees up away from the ground, pull your right knee to elbow, step it back. Left knee to elbow, step it back. Pause at that moment where the knee comes to the elbow, hold it for a second and step it back. Now, I don't personally like fast mountain climbers. It never really feels good in my hips and my SI. But if you like those mountain climbers, you can always step your feet back to that plank position, take it at a faster pace if you like that way, or you can slow it down, whichever feels good. But we got 30 seconds left, whichever version you like. Nice, Linda, awesome job. Yes, Judy, beautiful. 20 seconds left, you got this. And time, beautiful job. Set your knees down. We're gonna come into a high kneel. This next bit of work has bicep curls, but it also has a little bit of leverage work on the shoulders. So you choose the weights that are gonna work good for you here. We're gonna take it in this high kneel position. So it's gonna be a wrist curl, a half curl, full curl, push out from the chest, lean back into a Z sit, come back up, lower your arms nice and slow. Wrist curl, half curl, full curl, rotate, press forward, lean back into your Z sit, come forward, lower that with control. You got it. We got 1 minute on the clock. Slow and steady here. Wrist curl, half curl, full curl. As you push out, your palms rotate, lean back, come forward, lower your arms nice and slow. Beautiful. Thirteen seconds left. And time. Finish up your series if you're working through one, and then set those weights off to the side. Double check everything is feeling good. And then we're going to take it into alternating lunges with a bicep curl to an overhead press. So choose heavier weight. This might feel like a good place for a heavier weight, but we're going to step the right foot forward. Find a little bit of a lunge. Bicep curl, overhead press, bring it all the way down to the ground. Step that foot back. Other foot steps forward. Bicep curl, overhead press, all the way back down to the ground, and we're switching sides. So you alternate. Now, if alternating those lunges is not for you this morning, then you're just going to take it into a bicep curl with the overhead press. But if it feels good to find that little bit of lunge, a little bit of control through the legs as you rise up, bring that chest away from the thighs. Nice work. Nice, Helen. Beautiful. Yes, Liz. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. 20 seconds left. You got this. And time. Okay, next move. Keep one leg forward, one leg back. So we're going to stick with that lunging position. And then the only other thing I'm going to say is that you can use your hand weight as a little bit of a kickstand if you just want to use a little bit of a higher height with your chest. So option to keep the leg or the weights in front of you as a kickstand, but we're going to curl the back toe under, lift the knee, lower the knee. So that's the work we're doing here. 30 seconds. Lift the knee, lower the knee down. Keep it nice and controlled. Hands on the ground or use your weights as a kickstand. But If you want that extra bit of work, if you feel like you're there, everything is lifted up. Knee drops down and up, and you keep your torso upright a little bit more. So you're finding all of that work coming from that back leg. 10 seconds left on this leg. All right, time, switching legs. So we're just gonna step that foot back, come forward with the other one, get yourself set up. You can use your kickstand, hands on the ground also works. Or if you want the extra bit of work, you're gonna keep your hands up away from the ground, engage through the upper body the whole time, pick that knee up, lower it with control. Just make sure you're really controlled in that movement so you're not slamming the knee down onto the ground as you pick it up and down. You got it. 13 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, we're coming up to standing. We got our speed rounds next. So clear your weights off of your mat just so you have plenty of room to move, because the first bit of movement, we're going to be running forward and back. Okay, so start at the back end of your mat. You're going to run forward, single leg hop like a little skip. Come all the way back to the end of your mat, touch the ground. Run forward, single leg hop, run it back, touch the ground. Run it forward, hop, hop, and run it back. Now, if you're not working for speed this morning, as you come to the back end of your mat, nice little squat, touch the ground, walk forward, lift one heel, lift the other heel, walk back with control, squat down, touch the ground. You got it. Do the version that works good for you. Find a little bit of work in your ankle, or get that little bit of cardio, take it into a little hop, hop, and run it back. Nice. And time. Beautiful job. Okay, now we're going to take it into a side shuffle. So front end or back end of the mat, side shuffle at an angle, side shuffle to the other corner, side shuffle at an angle. So we're going to stay in one direction for 30 seconds. Side shuffle, cross over to the other side, and side shuffle. You got it. Stay light on your feet. If you're working for control, side step at an angle, but keep it in a little bit of a squatty position. Side step over to the other side, and then keep that nice low step. So you're still working all those muscles, just a little slower and with a little bit of control. All right, reverse directions, go the other way. Ten seconds left. You guys are amazing. Nice job. And time. Beautiful work. All right, last minute of work for our speed. Take it into some jump ropes. Arms out at your sides. A nice control. So elbows hug into the side body. A little circle of the arms. If jumping is not for you, take it into a little double Dutch. Get those arms moving. Get those knees picking up. If speed's not for you this morning, slower, more mindful, but a little higher with the knees. Yes, you got it. Whatever version you're doing, 30 seconds left. And time. Woo, nicely done. Okay, march it out. Catch your breath. Grab a set of weights. This one does have a little bit of shoulder work, and we're taking it into a sumo squat. So we're going to step our feet nice and wide. Elbows are going to stay hugged in at the ribs. As we lower into our squat, it's going to be a W lift. And as you bring it back in, you're going to lift your heels, swing the arms out, keep the elbows hugged in. Sink into your squat, W lift, bring it back in, lift the heels, swing the arms out, find a little bit of control. We got 1 minute on the clock, go at your pace. If the light weights are too light, switch back over to your heavy weights. As you find that W lift, see if you can feel that work happening in the armpit to help make that maneuver happen. Yeah, nice. Ten seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Switch over to your heavy weights if you want to. This last bit of work does have, it's going to be a hammer curl, overhead press into a tricep extension, lift it back up, lower it to shoulder height, lower it back down. We got 1 minute on the clock. If your light weights are just a little too light for you at this point, switch to your heavier weights. If heavier weights don't feel good on that tricep extension, stick with the lighter weights. You got it. And then we want to check in with our posture here. So especially as you do that overhead press and the tricep kickback or tricep extension, make sure you're keeping your abdominal muscles pulled in tight or fairly firm so that there's not a lot of arching of the back and hips coming forward. So we want to keep our center nice and controlled. If that big overhead reach doesn't work good for you, you might choose to just take it out in front of the chest and then think skull crusher and back down. So that might be a better variation if you've got anything funky going on with the shoulders. Nice work. 5 seconds left. And time. Beautiful job. Set your weights down. Give your arms a little shake. Give your wrists a little shake. We're going to stretch the wrists, stretch the fingers. So take your left hand, palm facing forward, fingertips into your other palm. Push the palm forward. Get a nice little stretch in the wrist. Catch your breath. One more breath. And switch. Fingertips into the other hand. Push the palm forward. One more breath. Give your wrist a little shake. Now we're going to take the left arm, bring it across the body, grab the back of the arm, drop the shoulder down, find that comfortable position, and then take a few nods of your head up and down. One more nod up and down. And then head comes to neutral, switch to the other side. Bring the arm across, grab the back of the arm, drop the shoulder down, come back to that head and neck movement. One more up and down. Head comes to neutral, release that arm, both hands behind the back, interlace the fingers here, draw the knuckles down, arms slightly away from the back of the body, so you get that opening in the chest and the collarbones, and then lift your chin up to the sky. Bring your chin back to neutral, unlace your hands, bring them up and overhead, bend your knees a little bit, hinge from your waist, fold down towards the ground. Once your hands find that lowest position that feels good to you, if it feels available, just grab your elbows or let your arms hang heavy, and then just let your head dangle here for a second. Let the back of your neck be soft and heavy. One more breath. Hands are going to find the ground, but stay in that bent over position. Now we're going to pedal the legs. So we're going to bend the right knee and then the left. Awesome. Now, the next time you bend your right knee and straighten your left, walk your right hand in just slightly so it's underneath your nose. Take your left hand, reach it up nice and high to the sky. Beautiful. Bring that hand down nice and easy. Bend your left knee. Left hand comes under your nose. Right hand reaches up. Right leg is straight. Beautiful. Bring that hand down to the ground. Bend both knees a lot. Pull your abdominal muscles in. Roll all the way up to standing. Give a couple of good shrugs of your shoulders. You guys are awesome. Nice work today. Grab your big stability ball if you're sticking around, and we will use our light hand weights, so grab those too. If you got to get on with the rest of your day, hope it's amazing.